Happy Monday, I'm Sam Spry. This week we are talking about expectation. Such an interesting thing, expectation. I see so many people get offended in their worlds. Why? Because they have an expectation over someone or something that's going to be a certain way. As soon as you or that thing falls short of your expectation, you actually get hurt. How are we regulating our expectations? Because expectation is a good thing if we can actually harness it and actually put it to work in our favor. One thing I've heard by Nadine Gordimer, a desert is a place without expectation. You can have no real expectations in the desert because you just know what's going to happen. That's kind of a boring, it's a dull place. But when we have, good expectations and anticipate within our spirit in a positive way, in a way that's actually achievable or attainable, that's when life gets exciting. But as soon as we have huge expectations over ourselves that we fall short of, sometimes we can actually be let down. So it's something we've really got to harness and actually really regulate. It's a real personal thing because if it's too much ahead, you're actually going to be let down, you're going to be offended, but also as well, it's a choice to be offended, so you can actually regulate that as well. Also, if you set your expectations too low and constantly attain them, you're going to move forward, but you're going to move forward at a slower rate. Where's your expectation? I know for myself, when I walk into different environments, I might have a certain expectation over, it's not going to be that great, it's going to be boring, and sometimes that can really frame that thing and it can become really, really boring. I try and have a really neutral expectation in environments like that and go, I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow, I know that something's going to change and I'm going to meet some incredible people, and that's exactly what happens. Sometimes as well, when we have a negative expectation, that's exactly what you'll get. You'll actually fulfill that negative expectation. If you have a positive expectation, that's what you'll actually fulfill. But in all environments, in positive and negative, we've got to regulate our expectation. William Shakespeare said, expectation is the root of all heartache. When you have expectation over someone's life, it might be a partner, spouse, or someone close to them, you expect, they're going to come through for me. It's kind of like you leave yourself vulnerable and leave yourself open, and when they actually fall short of that expectation, you get offended. It's kind of like you get let down and you feel exposed and vulnerable, and I think sometimes that's not a healthy thing. We've really got to regulate our expectation. It's a positive thing and it's also a negative thing. How are we utilizing this so you're not actually going to get hurt? I know in my life that I've had expectation over people's lives, and sometimes it's just been far too high. So what I've actually had to do is decrease my expectation and just increase my hope that they're going to come through, and just go, I hope that's going to happen. I'm not hanging on it, I'm not banking on it, but if it does happen, that's brilliant, because I've lowered my expectation. I've just gone, if they do that, that's brilliant. High achievement always takes place in a framework of high expectation. Charles Kettering said that. Thinking about that, you achieve nothing in life by mistake. So there's obviously an expectation there. Are they your own expectations on yourself, or are they actually external expectations from parents, spouses, relationships, people around about you? Do you actually want to attain that? Do you actually want to achieve that? Because if your achievement will actually be, if it's just for someone else, then it's not actually a healthy thing. That expectation is not good. You need to regulate that. You need to walk away from that, or you need to be honest with people because you're just really achieving it because of their expectation. This is not a healthy way to live your life, but within that is that nothing happens that is high achievement in a place where there's no expectation. So if you don't have an expectation of yourself, or you haven't lifted your eyes up and your vision up and your goals up to that place, you're not just going to stumble upon it. So you need to have an expectation that you can and that you will in the same time. So this is something you've really got to adjust within your world that's suitable for where you're at and where you're headed. My challenge to you this week, it's very simple. Just make sure your expectation doesn't determine who you are. Have a healthy expectation when you walk into a meeting, a gathering, whatever it be. Don't be determined by the situation or the circumstance. Make sure your expectation is healthy, it's not negative. The next week, you need to focus on expectation. On my website, there's a great resource for you. It's called Do You Need Life Coaching? It's going to take you 2 minutes, and it's all about getting you from where you are to where you need to be. Check it out. My name's Sam Spry. Thank you. God bless.